Hello, friends and fellow riders. Senior Speed here. Wow. So, that trip that I took, the 4,757 mile round trip that I took is over. Um, and we look like we're on schedule for next year also. But nice looking chain I got on here, huh? Doing a little post trip maintenance. This is oil. I'm changing the oil, right? And looks like a nice new chain that I have on there. Yeah. Take a look at this puppy for a second. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Except for one thing. It's not a new chain. When I purchased this bike, I'm the second owner of the bike, right? And when I purchased it, it had 6,636 miles on it. 6,636 miles, and myself and the previous owner made jokes about the fact that I was paying $1 a mile for the Hayabusa because I paid $6,000 for the Hayabusa, $6,000 even for it. And you see what the odometer says, right? So that means I put about 36,500 miles on it myself for this odometer to be where it is. Now, when I got it, like I told you, it was 6,000 miles. SoCal Suzuki were the people who went over the bike before it was put up for sale. They have the records. You know, it's legit. So why would you, as an owner, put a new chain on a bike at 6,000 miles? You don't even have to do a valve adjustment yet. You see what I'm saying? So this chain, for those of you who know this kind of stuff, look at that number. Look at the next one. I am changing this chain out. See that number? Some of you know what that means. Some of you don't. I didn't used to know until earlier this morning. Where's my next one? Bada bing. Yeah. This is a factory chain. Look in your manuals. This is the chain that comes from the factory. Can you believe the condition of this chain? Yeah. Yeah, I cleaned it every 500 miles. And even when I was on the road, I did 5 or 6, you know, and I wasn't able to use any kerosene and stuff like that. I had to do the, spray the chain wax on a rag, like a rag like this, spray it on there and wipe it down while I was on the road and move it along, that kind of thing, while it was hot. But yeah, not too bad, huh? So we know that this chain's going to hold up. Now, like I said, this is time for it to go. I've had it and I've put miles on it and all that kind of stuff, and it's time for it to go. It's not completely stretched out, not completely, but it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it's time for it to go. So no big deal. I'm going to get another chain, put it on there. The sprockets are looking fantastic as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the sprockets. I know I should, or that's the idea, but I don't know that I will necessarily. We'll see. So that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and so everybody could see what was happening on this bad boy, so you can get some mileage out of that RK chain. Okay, folks, one other thing I forgot to mention to you. So what I do after I clean my chain and change the oil, but especially after I clean my chain, I set my trip odometer, trip 1 and trip 2, right? So for instance, here we are on the regular odometer. Now let's go to trip 1, and that's for my fuel, right? Even though I have a fuel gauge, I'm just in the habit of doing that. So I like doing it. It helps me figure out what I'm doing for my fuel mileage. Then the next thing that I do, whenever I clean my chain, I zero this bad boy out, trip 2, right? So what I do is I run up on the stand. I run it while it's on the stand. It's in first gear, as you can see, just idling, doing this thing, right? And I do that for a mile. So I've got 3 more tenths to go, and we'll be good to go. So that's one of the things that I do. It's my ritual. Yeah, everybody has a different ritual for different reasons. It helps them achieve their goals. And for me, I get a chance to do different things. Get a chance to use some Scotch-Brite on my rotor. Help clean that up a little bit. Got to be careful when you're doing this kind of stuff, though. Don't try this at home. Yeah. Helps clean things off. So that's about it. Just wanted to share that with you. So that's all for now, for real, okay? Oh yeah, and I guess that's not all. One day, I clowned around. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I was under the bike, and I turned my drain plug in the wrong direction, so I started stripping the oil pan out, right? Not good. So I don't have it helicoiled yet, but what I do is I go to my local auto parts store, and I got this. It's just oversized, just barely oversized, and it works. I plug it in, thread it in there, and life is good. I'm happy, Bruce is happy. This is what I did before I took that 4,000 mile trip. Didn't leak a drop, and just in case, that's why I have that paper towel down there so I can see what happens after I stop it and let it drain back down. So, for real though, this time, that's all, because it's really nice outside and I want to get out there and ride. So, that's it. We'll talk to you guys later.